Hello viewers, this is Not Too Fast here. In today's video I will be replacing the front incandescent turn signal bulb on this 2019 Honda Odyssey with super bright LED lights. The amber turn signal are the ones that's flashing right now. I have the hazard light on. By replacing it with LED lights, it will be brighter and the on and off cycle will have a faster response time, unlike the regular incandescent bulb where you have this fade on and fade off look. So let's have a closer look. The top light here is a turn signal, the bottom one is a fog light, and to access this bulb, what you want to do is go behind the wheel well right here. There are two screws you need to remove, and then you can pull back the liner, and then you can get access to the bulb at the back. Remove these two Phillips screws. Pull back on this fender liner, and reach behind and take out that bulb. Here it is. Go ahead and remove it. Here's a look at the LED light that I'll be using. The color output is an amber color. There are 5 sides around this bulb. There are a total of 35 LED chips on this. It's very bright. So let's install this. Behind the front lens you can see the LED bulb. So let's turn it on and take a look. Here's a comparison look with the LED bulb installed on the driver's side and the regular incandescent bulb on the passenger side. As you can see, the driver's side is brighter. The color output is a nice amber color and the flashing has a nice quick response time to it. So let's go ahead and replace the other one on the passenger side. With both LED lights installed, I'll turn it on and let's take a look.
One eternity later.
So after testing these new LED turn signal lights on this Honda Odyssey in my garage, and the test included starting the vehicle, and while the engine is running, I checked the left and right turn signal to make sure there's no hyperflashing. I was confident everything was working until I took this Honda Odyssey on the road and discovered the turn signal will hyperflash when the engine does an idle stop while the vehicle is stopped in traffic. Now this idle stop feature is only available on the Honda Odyssey Touring and Elite model. It is not available on the EXL and lower trim. Let me show you this short video clip of the hyperflash happening while the engine is in idle stop. Here you see the flasher is hyperflashing. One way you can fix hyperflash problem is to install a load resistor in parallel with the LED lights. And that's what I have here. If you're not familiar with a load resistor, it's very simple. Right here is a heat sink. Inside there's a resistor. This one I have here is 50 watt, 8 ohm. You have 2 connectors. This connector here will plug into your factory socket. And this connector is where you plug in your LED lights. Now when you buy load resistors, they do come in many different socket sizes. And this one I have here is a 7440. And as you can see, the tabs here is one over here, and then one at the bottom and top. So the first thing I'll do is remove the LED lights and disconnect the factory bulb socket to give you a better look. Now even though the factory bulb is a 7444NA bulb, this is the factory socket for that bulb. This thing looks like a 7440 socket, but the 7440 has tab on opposing side, so one over here and one over here. This one's kind of offset like this. If you compare these two, you can see a difference. So what I'll do is modify this socket that's on the low resistor so that'll fit into the turn signal housing that's behind the bumper right here. So let me show you what I'll be cutting off. And here's a side-by-side look. So this side looks exactly the same. If I turn it this way, you'll see this factory socket right here has this tab that's kind of facing 2 o'clock. And this one on the low resistor is facing 12 o'clock. I'm going to cut this off, leaving only these 3 tabs. And here's a look at the 2 sockets. The one on the right is a factory one, and the one on the left is a low resistor. As you can see, I took out this tab at the very top right here. Now I tried fitting this socket that's on the low resistor, and it won't go in all the way. So one thing I'll do is I'll trim off the side tabs that you see right here to make it a little bit more skinnier. So now these 2 tabs on the side is smaller. Now you do need to install 1 low resistor on each side of the vehicle. I should mention low resistors do get hot, but if you're using it for turn signal, it's not always on, so it's only going to be energized when it's flashing. If you use a low resistor for like daytime running lights, which is on all the time, then you definitely need to mount this to a metal surface so you don't risk melting plastics or other wires nearby. So let me show you a final look. At the bottom is the low resistor. Now I did put a tie wrap on one end of the low resistor and tied it to a wiring harness to make sure that heatsink is not touching anything right now. With the load resistors installed, I did more testing and confirmed there's no more hyperflashing when the vehicle goes into idle stop. Here's a video clip showing the turn signal is flashing normally when the engine is idle stopped. Here the engine just stopped. Left turn signal, no hyperflashing. Right turn signal, also no hyperflashing. As to what might be causing this condition, I believe the car's flasher relay needs to see a higher load from the turn signal bulb. When the car's voltage dropped from around 14 volt when the car's running to the battery's 12 volt when the engine is idle stopped. As I mentioned earlier, if you have a Honda Odyssey that is not the Elite or Touring trim, then you will not need to install any load resistors. If you want to do this upgrade on your vehicle, I'll include the link for the LED lights and the load resistors in the description below. I hope you find this video to be helpful. Remember to click on a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and click on that notification bell so you get notified of any new videos. Thank you for watching.